Have you ever noticed how chronic pain seems to overshadow so many of your daily activities once you reach your late 60s or early 70s? It could be a constant ache in your lower back, stiffness in your knees that makes walking to the mailbox difficult, or a recurring throbbing in your hips each morning. For many older adults, the quest to find relief can feel never-ending. And with so many of us being handed opioid prescriptions in recent years, it's no wonder we might think those medications are our only shot at a decent quality of life. Yet there's a growing concern about the side effects, dependence, and potential dangers of opioids, especially for those of us in our 70s or beyond. These concerns make it more important than ever to explore other avenues that can help us manage chronic pain safely. For many people, simply reducing the severity of pain is the goal. But beyond that, there's something deeper at stake: our independence. Chronic pain doesn't just affect our comfort. It can also keep us from hobbies we love, disrupt our sleep, and make us wary of social gatherings. Over time, this can lead to isolation, anxiety, or even depression. Pain is not just physical, it affects our sense of control and well-being. That's why finding effective, safer strategies to manage pain becomes essential. We want to stay active, maintain our routines, and preserve the dignity that comes from being as self-sufficient as possible. Fortunately, there are emerging insights and long-standing practices that can help us handle chronic pain without relying on high doses of opioids. These approaches might surprise you because they go beyond simply pushing through discomfort or resting endlessly. They often involve small changes that, over time, offer huge benefits, like better mobility, improved sleep, and enhanced mood. By exploring these alternatives, you might find a path to pain relief that also increases your peace of mind. Throughout the next several moments, we'll discuss 5 specific methods that can significantly lessen chronic pain for those of us over 70. Each method aims to address the source of discomfort rather than just mask it. From gentle exercise routines that build strength without straining your joints, to mindful techniques that calm both mind and body, you'll see how these approaches can play a powerful role in maintaining a fulfilling lifestyle. You'll also learn about practical steps to get started, as well as ways to adapt each method for your own comfort level. What you'll hear draws upon the experiences of seniors just like you, combined with widespread expert consensus on safe pain management. Of course, every individual situation is unique, so it's vital to have open communication with your healthcare provider before making any major changes. However, if you've been searching for options that protect your health and independence, you're in the right place. As we move forward, I encourage you to reflect on which strategies might fit easily into your life. And feel free to share your thoughts with others who might also benefit. Sometimes the best solutions are the ones we discover and refine together. Now let's look at some of the most effective low-risk options for chronic pain relief beyond high-dose opioids. You might be surprised at how accessible these strategies can be and how significantly they can enhance your day-to-day comfort and overall outlook. The first approach challenges a common assumption that movement will only make pain worse. Many older adults have grown up with the belief that if something hurts, you should rest it until the pain subsides. While rest is certainly important, a misconception arises when rest becomes our only solution. Take Andrew, who is 74 and has been dealing with persistent back pain. For years, he avoided most physical activity beyond casual walks, believing that exercise might strain his spine further. This led to weakened muscles that provided even less support for his back. As his muscles weakened, his pain actually increased, reinforcing the mistaken idea that physical activity was bad for him. Evidence-based insights, however, show that targeted exercise programs, particularly those designed for older adults, can strengthen supporting muscles, increase flexibility, and reduce pain over time. A good starting point is to talk with a physical therapist or a fitness professional who specializes in senior exercise. They can guide you through gentle strength training, stretching routines, and low-impact exercises like swimming or modified yoga. By focusing on gradual progress, you can build a foundation of stronger muscles that protect your joints and spine. The physical benefits are clear: less pain, better balance, and improved stamina. But emotionally, a carefully structured exercise routine can also restore a sense of autonomy. Andrew discovered that once he built up enough strength, he could enjoy activities he'd written off, such as gardening or bowling with friends. That feeling of regaining control over his body reduced his anxiety about pain. If you're worried about starting an exercise program, remember that it's not about doing high-intensity workouts. It's about consistent, gentle activity that gradually helps your body adapt. Speaking with your doctor to ensure you choose activities that align with your health conditions is always advisable. Once you get the green light, you may find that small steps can lead to remarkable improvements in how you feel. Moving on to another method, we come to a misconception that pain is purely physical. It's easy to believe that our discomfort begins and ends in the body, but many seniors are discovering that the mind plays a profound role in how pain is experienced. Consider Estelle, 78, who lives alone and has chronic knee pain. She often found herself tense and anxious about the possibility of her knee giving out. The tension made her pain feel sharper. Then she joined a local mindfulness group that practiced gentle breathing exercises and guided meditation. These sessions helped her realize she was bracing against potential pain even before it happened. By focusing on her breathing and observing her thoughts without judgment, she learned to relax muscles that had been perpetually tight. Research indicates that mindfulness and relaxation techniques can lower stress hormones and improve sleep quality, both of which are closely tied to how the body perceives pain. Simple practices such as 5-minute breathing breaks, visualization, or progressive muscle relaxation can be done at home. You don't need specialized equipment, just a quiet spot. When you incorporate this habit regularly, you might find you have greater patience with your pain and less overall discomfort. The emotional benefits are substantial. As you gain a sense of mastery over your mental state, the anxiety around pain can diminish. While mindfulness won't remove every ache, it can change how you handle it, often making pain more manageable. If you've never tried relaxation techniques, you might begin by setting aside a few minutes each morning or evening. During this time, breathe in slowly through your nose, hold for a moment, and exhale gently through your mouth. With each breath, try to release tension in your shoulders, neck, and jaw. The goal isn't perfection, it's to experiment and see how tuning into your breath can alleviate pain's intensity. Before we explore our next approaches, it's worth reflecting on which of these first two ideas resonates with you. Could a gentle exercise routine be something you weave into your week? Or perhaps a short mindfulness session could set a calming tone for your day? Feel free to share your thoughts or questions with friends, family, or even in a supportive online space. Sometimes discussing your plans with others helps you stay motivated and gain fresh ideas. As we continue, let's address another commonly held belief. If it isn't prescribed, it must not be powerful enough. Many people think that only prescription medications can alleviate serious pain. But there's a growing number of non-opioid therapies that can be used alone or in combination with lower-dose medication to create a well-rounded pain management plan. One example is a device like a TENS unit. It may sound intimidating, but TENS units have been around for decades and are often recommended by physical therapists. Take Teresa, aged 80, who struggled with arthritic shoulder pain. She worried about taking multiple prescription drugs, fearing side effects that could interfere with her memory and energy levels. Her physical therapist introduced her to a TENS unit for brief daily sessions. Teresa was surprised to find that after just a couple of weeks of consistent use, her pain episodes seemed less intense and occurred less frequently. The gentle electrical pulses from the TENS unit can help disrupt pain signals before they fully register in the brain. Of course, it's important to learn proper usage. Placement of the electrodes and frequency settings can vary. Consulting a healthcare professional for initial guidance is wise, especially if you have specific conditions like a pacemaker or other implants. The benefit here is that TENS therapy can be done at home, often without serious side effects, making it a good supplement to existing pain management strategies. It also restores a sense of agency because you have a tool at your fingertips that you can use whenever pain flares up, instead of waiting for a pill to kick in. Similar therapies include low-level laser therapy, often referred to as cold laser therapy, which is sometimes available through specialized clinics. These approaches can be particularly appealing if you're worried about medication interactions or side effects. Another lesser-known option is topical treatments such as creams, patches, or gels containing ingredients like capsaicin or lidocaine. Many seniors assume these over-the-counter products are too mild to make a difference. However, used consistently and according to instructions, they can offer noticeable relief. Capsaicin creams, for example, create a slight burning sensation initially, but can help deplete a chemical in the body that's associated with pain signaling. Lidocaine patches numb a localized area, reducing discomfort. The best part is that these solutions often have fewer systemic side effects than oral medications, particularly opioids. Christine, who is 77, found that wearing a lidocaine patch on her lower back each morning allowed her to do light housework and even play with her grandchildren, without feeling overwhelmed by pain. In her case, it provided enough relief that she could skip her midday pain pill. Such improvements not only help physically, but they also boost mental well-being by reducing worry over constant aches. Let's pause and think about what you've heard so far. We've covered gentle exercise, mindfulness techniques, TENS and cold laser therapy, and topical treatments. Is there a particular strategy that intrigues you or feels approachable? Do you have any hesitations that might be stopping you from trying one of these methods? Take a moment to consider discussing these options with a healthcare professional you trust. They can tailor an approach to fit your medical history and current medications, ensuring the safest path forward. Moving forward, consider the old belief: what you eat doesn't really matter when it comes to pain. This is a misconception that's finally beginning to change. While it may seem surprising, diet can have a major impact on inflammation in the body. Chronic inflammation is often linked to conditions like arthritis, fibromyalgia, and other persistent pain syndromes. Look at someone like Ron, age 76, who dealt with severe joint discomfort for years. He'd pop anti-inflammatory pills daily, but continued his usual diet high in processed foods. After speaking with a nutrition-savvy counselor, he gradually shifted to an anti-inflammatory eating pattern, adding more leafy greens, berries, whole grains, and lean proteins, while cutting down on sugary snacks and red meat. Within a couple of months, Ron noticed he had more energy and fewer flare-ups. While dietary changes don't always eliminate pain, they can substantially reduce its intensity and frequency. This improvement occurs because certain foods, like those high in antioxidants and omega-3 fatty acids, can help your body quell inflammatory processes that exacerbate pain. In addition, proper hydration and balanced meals help maintain muscle function and tissue repair, crucial factors for pain management. Another perk of a healthier diet is better weight control, which can ease stress on weight-bearing joints such as hips and knees. From an emotional standpoint, eating well can also elevate mood and improve mental clarity, which makes coping with pain easier overall. If you're curious about trying an anti-inflammatory diet, start small. Maybe add a serving of green vegetables each day and replace sugary desserts with fruit. Gradual changes tend to stick longer, and before you know it, you may find yourself reaching for nutrient-dense options more often than not. Of course, coordinate with your doctor or a registered dietitian to ensure your new eating plan aligns with any other conditions you might have, such as diabetes or kidney issues. Lastly, we should address the assumption that low-dose opioids are the only remaining option. While they have their place in certain medical scenarios, many doctors now emphasize a combination of non-opioid pain relievers, anti-inflammatory medications, and complementary treatments to reduce the reliance on opioids. This often involves a conversation with a medical professional about deprescribing or carefully tapering down opioid dosages if you're already on them, while adding safer alternatives to fill the gap. For instance, many seniors have found relief with medications like certain NSAIDs, used carefully under doctor supervision, nerve pain medications when nerve damage is part of the problem, or even specific supplements backed by some clinical data. Patricia, who is 81, worked closely with her physician to lower her daily opioid dosage over several months. At the same time, she started using an anti-inflammatory diet, gentle yoga, and topical treatments for her knee pain. While Patricia still occasionally needs a low-dose opioid for bad flare-ups, she no longer relies on it every single day. In her words, "I feel safer knowing I'm less dependent on a strong medication." Emphasizing a multifaceted approach is often the key. It's not about one magical solution, but rather a balanced combination of therapies that suit your individual needs. When you bring all of these strategies together, thoughtful exercise, mindfulness, physical devices, or topical options, a diet that supports reduced inflammation, and a careful review of medications, you stand a far better chance of managing chronic pain without the risks that come with higher dose opioid use. Each technique has unique benefits, and they can often complement each other. For example, combining gentle exercise with an anti-inflammatory diet may amplify your results, helping you see improvements in both mobility and discomfort levels. By understanding your own body, working with healthcare professionals, and giving yourself time to adjust, you can create a tailored plan that keeps pain manageable and life enjoyable. It's natural to feel uncertain or even skeptical about shifting away from traditional pain medications that you've grown accustomed to. But remember, seeking out new or additional methods isn't a rejection of medical advice. Rather, it's an informed choice to broaden your toolkit. Many seniors find that when they embrace a more proactive, varied approach to pain management, they not only reduce medication side effects, but also regain confidence in their body's resilience. The ultimate goal isn't to eliminate every twinge of pain that might be unrealistic for some, but to experience relief and maintain the ability to engage in the activities that truly matter to you. One of the best parts of adopting these strategies is watching the ripple effect they can have on your life. As your pain lessens, you might sleep more soundly, which in turn improves your mood and energy. Feeling stronger and more comfortable can embolden you to rejoin social activities, tackle household projects with renewed enthusiasm, or simply appreciate life without the constant interruption of pain. This sense of empowerment often leads seniors to keep refining and adding to their strategies. And each small improvement, climbing stairs with more ease, carrying groceries without wincing, or taking leisurely walks in the park, reinforces that you have options beyond opioids. As we reach the end of our discussion, it's crucial to remember that you don't have to do everything at once. Start with one or two ideas that resonate with your current situation. If you're intrigued by the thought of mindfulness, you might begin by dedicating 5 minutes each morning to focused breathing. If you feel drawn to physical therapy or gentle movement, you can consult a specialist who understands the challenges seniors face. Or maybe you'll start by adding more anti-inflammatory foods to your meals. The key is to begin where you feel comfortable and build from there. Your health is your own, and it's shaped by the actions you take daily. There is urgency in addressing chronic pain because unchecked pain can quickly erode your quality of life. However, don't let that urgency create panic. Instead, let it inspire action. Think of how you'd like to feel 6 months from now. More active, more at ease, less worried about medication side effects. Envision yourself waking up with a sense of possibility rather than dread. That vision is achievable through consistent, balanced steps in the right direction. If you're ready to take your next step, consider scheduling a chat with your healthcare provider to discuss these alternatives in detail. Ask about physical therapy referrals. Evaluate whether mindfulness programs are offered in your community, or inquire about the right topical treatments for your situation. If you're already on prescription pain relievers, you could initiate a conversation about how to safely incorporate additional methods that might eventually reduce your reliance on those drugs. For those looking to share or learn more, you might find supportive groups or online forums focused on senior pain management, where members discuss their experiences and offer encouragement. Above all, know that you are not alone in this journey. Many of us in our later years are exploring these same options and discovering that it's not only possible, but deeply rewarding to manage chronic pain with greater safety. Remind yourself that you have a lifetime of wisdom and resilience behind you. This is just another step in the ongoing quest for a healthy, fulfilling life. By combining the strategies that best fit your needs, you can protect your well-being, remain independent, and continue doing the things that bring you joy. Here's to moving forward, one small but significant step at a time.